we'll move on now to day 3, and it's the Marsh Novices Chase, and this race tonight here is sponsored by Brian Doyle Haulage. So our thanks to our sponsors for each individual race here tonight. I'm going to start with Ronan here because I know what Frank fancies. But I'm just looking at the market here, and Allaho is top of the market. Faheen is in there. We think he may go for the RSA. And further down the field is Samcro, which we'll get to Ian in a moment. But Ronan, a very interesting novice chase, this one.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's 2 there that you're hoping will run, I guess, for the race. I suppose Allaho and Fakir Dudaris, who have heard they're thinking of going up and trip. The one that I think should be clear favourite is Itchy Feet for Ollie Murphy. Maybe Ian can tell us a bit more about him when you come on to him. I just thought he was very good last day in the Scilly Isles. Put up a really nice time as well. You're looking at Faheen. This probably, I don't know, David saying the RSA, maybe this is the race that they will go for. If he showed up here, I can't see why people can't have him. If you forget the age and just look at his form, you know, he's a dual grade 1 winner. He's won plenty at Cheltenham, obviously. He's a champion hurdle winner. Usually grade 1 hurdle horses at the festival go well in this race, so that's exactly what he is. And if he turned up, I wouldn't be put off him at all. But Itchy Feet, I suppose, for me at the moment for Ollie Murphy, and maybe Ian will be able to tell us a bit more about him.
Well, Ian, you're going to give us good information here with both Itchy Feet, and can you shed some light on how Samcro is after a very good introduction to fences and then the race in Limerick, and how is he since?
Yeah, he was disappointing in Limerick. But he's one of them horses, nearly when he gets beat, everyone writes him off as if he's completely finished. And at the end of the day, it was Faheen to beat him in Limerick. Like, it wasn't a 20-1 shot, went and beat the 2 of them. Faheen boosted the form. Now, he beat him well. It looked like turning in, they were going to have a good race, and in a matter of strides, Faheen was gone and it was over. But he probably wasn't 100% after it again. If he turned up on his A game, he has a good chance. He's sort of, like I say, he's nearly a forgotten horse. When he gets beat, everyone writes him off. If he turns up on his A game, he has a chance. And I know Ollie is very keen on Itchy Feet as well. So look, either of them have an each way chance. But again, as I said, Samcro, he's sort of forgot about, and everyone writes him off very quick. But if he turned up the proper Samcro, he'll definitely give him a run for their money.
Would you still be keeping a bit of faith in him yourself?
You would, yeah. You'd have to, yeah. Like, he was very good the first day. He looked like, now you can say the way he got beat in Limerick, maybe he wouldn't, but the day in Fairyhouse he looked all over the winner. And if he hadn't ran in Limerick, he'd probably be half the price. Now, he did run and he got beat, but he just wasn't 100%. And if the real Samcro turns up, he'll put it up to them. Of
course, it was an awful pity that he did come down at Fairyhouse. That looked like being a great contest that day. Thomas, your view of the Marsh Chase?
Yeah, look, Itchy Feet comes into it. He's a grade 1 winner already over fences. He was 3rd in the Supreme last year. So look, he is the form in the book. Yeah, Samcro, he's obviously hard to train as well. Like, I believe he's have a stable as big as Barnes for him. He can
he built a
walk
stable
in and out.
He can live out, so he's out in the fresh air the whole time. He can live in or live out. So he's just, look, if every horse done what Samcro done, they'll be all right. He's done plenty as it is if he never does anything else. I said they're quick to knock him, but he has his bits of issues. But
his work has improved, though, hasn't it, in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, but he's one of them horses that his work would always be fairly good. You know what I mean? So, but he's worked again. He worked yesterday, and they were happy with him. And the main thing, one thing being happy with them yesterday is that the main thing this morning was they were all okay this morning. That was the bigger thing. It's okay being happy with them yesterday, but it's more so today they all come out of it well, and he was one of them that come out of it well as well. So look, he should have a good chance.
Yeah, and I did like Faheen until I had a word with David before, and he told me he rides like a 3-miler, and I was like, don't be saying. I thought he'd go for the March, to be honest. But do you not think if the ground's going to end up soft to heavy, that will he not pick this?
I don't know. I'm saying from my point of view, I thought Faheen was a 3-miler. That's my opinion.
Well, you know better than I do anyway. So.
Brendan, have you itchy feet?
No, I'm an Allaho fan.
Allaho.
I think it's really interesting what David said about Faheen, and he's only reiterating what Ruby Wald said about him 12 months ago, that he was a 3-mile horse. I think Samcro, it's difficult for a horse that's been under a cloud. Hasn't quite happened for him. I think it's very difficult to go to Cheltenham and pick up the pieces myself. So I'm not sure about Itchy Feet's jumping. I think his jumping can be a bit iffy, and he might just get caught out around Cheltenham. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Allaho. Hopefully he will run on that.
Well, Frank, we know your view, and you're in the Allaho camp, but could Easy Game figure in this at all?
Yeah, reading where they're all going, like, I backed Allaho, so I'm talking about my pocket a little bit at the price. I got a text today to say that he's going to go for the RSA and that Faheen will run in the Marsh, which breaks my heart a little bit. I think Easy Game might be going for the RSA as well. If Allaho runs here, he'd be my best bet of the week. But if he doesn't, I'd nearly be willing to take a chance on Samcro. Like, Itchy Feet was decent enough, but again, that Sandown race, to me, fell apart. He beat Midnight Shadow 3 lengths. Midnight Shadow was going to be beaten at least probably 15 lengths by Champ at Cheltenham. I'm not sure what the English form is worth there. Mr. Fisher's ordinary enough too.
Well, if you were so sweet on Allaho in the Marsh, would you not be sweet on him in the RSA?
I just think he reminds me a little bit of Alboon Photo, and I think Alboon Photo found the RSA too much, just from a stamina point of view. As a 6-year-old, Allaho is a 6-year-old as well. I think give him another year or two.
Yeah, the RSA is a savage race for novices, yeah. And David, you've indicated that Faheen is a 3-miler anyway.
That's my opinion. He still might be good enough to win that, but I'd love to know who told you Faheen is running in the Marsh and Allaho is running in the... Who sent you that text? I'd say Willie didn't even tell himself, never mind anyone else.
It wasn't Willie, it was someone.
Maybe Frank is in touch with somebody that tells Willie.
Paddy, I
hope he's wrong, because I really want Allaho to run the Marsh race. I think he's a really, really good chance in what looks to me, it's a below par renewal of the race, and he'd stand out a mile.
And David, you think it'll be as is Allaho for the Marsh?
I don't know what to think, but I know stay away from Samcro anyway. I think he's a bit of a dud now. One thing about Cheltenham this year, that's my opinion of Samcro anyways, but my opinion of Cheltenham this year is Ollie Murphy's going to train a winner. I don't know which one it's going to be. This looks the weaker race. It's not a bad horse. I don't know a whole lot about him, but Ollie Murphy, I just have a feeling of a good feeling and a hunch that Ollie Murphy's going to train a winner this year, and I think this could be the one.
Okay, well, those novice races, they're quite difficult now to sort out until the plans are really decided.